Let me once again state that I am well aware that the virus is real. Okay, I don't believe I don't believe it's fake. Okay, it's real. It's deadly, but it is also the case that this can be used as an excuse to take away more, to limit our freedom, and to gain more control over us. And that is exactly what's happening. And I'm not talking about the masks. I'm not talking about necessary safety precautions. Okay. So, for example, one issue is that we're heading toward a cashless society, right? The virus is being used to justify taking physical cash out of the picture and switching over to digital currency. That's happening more and more. Well, if you can't use physical cash to make a purchase, right? If you have to use digital currency, first of all, everything you purchase is going to be visible, right? The government can see everything you purchase, everything you buy and everything you sell, right? Second of all, if you've done something wrong, even if you haven't done something wrong, if you are a whistleblower, if you're someone, if you're a human rights activist, if you're a constitutionalist, if you're, possibly a libertarian, if you're someone that the government doesn't like, they can screw with your finances, right? If you don't have finances in a society like ours, you can't buy and sell. And if you can't buy and sell, you can't live in society. So, and we're not just talking about the government either. There are plenty of individual groups with a nefarious agenda, right? You attract the attention of the wrong person, and then they start screwing with you. For example, I've had people literally read me my entire Amazon shopping list. And this was a while back, and it's not like they were, they said my name and then they said, hey, here's your Amazon shopping list. No, they were pretending to have a conversation amongst themselves online. And in that, they read off everything that I had on my shopping list and even what I had on my wish list. Or not my wish list, but my purchase list, like my to-buy list, whatever that is. Whatever I had been planning on buying, including some things that I had on that list for a long time. So everything is visible. When you can't just go out to a store and buy something with cash, everything is visible, not just to the government, but also to criminals, psychopaths who don't like you, who've decided that you're their enemy, or they just need an easy. They're just looking for a fight. They're looking to engage in battle. And they're looking for an easy target to fight against, so they choose the easiest target they can find. Someone who's alone when they're in a group, right? They hunt, they stalk, they terrorize from a distance where they're not in any physical danger. These are, predators are always cowards. That's what predators do. They're cowardly and, they attack in this manner. So this is a nightmare. Society is being opened up to that element. It was already bad enough that the government was not helping us with, crimes against, with crimes like identity theft and account theft and things like that, right? And even though they could have done something right away, let's say someone makes a purchase with your card at a store. Well, when you call to get your card information, your transaction history, they tell you when the purchase was made and at the store, and sometimes, depending on how good your bank is, they'll tell you what store and what time. Okay, every store now has video cameras. It would not be hard at all for the police or for an investigative team to go in there and get the footage of the person who used your card at that time. Okay, it would not be hard to track these thieves down. But the law enforcement, they're not doing that. They're not tracking down real criminals. Instead, they're targeting innocent people. They're targeting people who have not committed any crime. Okay, they're targeting whistleblowers. They're targeting human rights activists. They're targeting humanitarians. They're targeting constitutionalists. They're probably targeting libertarians now. Okay, and I'm not saying that I'm a libertarian, but, why I always say, what could the government possibly have against people who want a smaller government, right? So what they're doing is they're putting American citizens in a situation where we're helpless, where law enforcement is already failing to help us. Even average citizens who aren't being targeted by organized stalkers or Zerzetsen-style campaigns are not being helped. But for us, that trouble is intensified by 1,000. So what happened? last night I had tried to order something from the store for my mother and groceries and some personal items. And I put the card through, the card that I usually use, it's hers. And it seemed to have gone through, but today I had forgotten something. She needed something from the pharmacy. That's what it was. She needed something from the pharmacy. I'm trying to keep this in order because my mind, it's hard to, if I'm not writing things down, to go back and explain what happened. It's just, and to keep the timeline straight. So I purchased two things. I made one purchase last night, same store. No, I'm sorry. No, not the same, different stores. One was from a store with groceries and household goods and items. The other was from the pharmacy. And last night was the groceries. Today was the pharmacy. And I used the same card. All right. Today when I called the pharmacy to order her, to have her prescription, delivered. So I asked them what happened. I asked them, why hadn't they delivered it? Because they were supposed to deliver it a few days ago. And they said that there was something wrong with the card. Okay, fine. I gave them the card again, and the woman said it didn't go through. She said it was declined. So I had to use a different card, and then I called the bank, and my mom and I spoke with them, and they said that there had been a fraud hold put on it, and it was probably because of the purchase that she and I had tried to make a day before. Fine, it was cleared up, it was taken off, and the person at the bank said it was fine. So next, I'm waiting for the delivery from the other store, right, the groceries, and then I noticed on my mom's cell phone there had been a call earlier this morning, and they called and they said the card had been declined. So I had to call them back and say, hey, okay, I just spoke with the bank, they said everything was fine. So I gave them the card again over the phone. And this time they said it wasn't declined, but the expiration date was off, that the card was expired. Well, it isn't expired. So I had to call the bank back, explain all this over to them again, that first, it was declined and there was a hold put on it, and they said that we fixed it, it was done, but now people are saying they're saying that the card is expired. Okay. I spoke with people at the bank. They said it's fine. It's cleared up. Whatever. So I called the store back again, gave them the card again, and they said that this time it went through. And all this extra hassle did, was give the perpetrators more time to tamper with our stuff. That's what happened. This is why you don't want a cashless society. Folks, you might not give a damn about what's happening to targets of organized stalking right now. Okay, this is modern day Zrzet song, modern day COINTELPRO. You might not care because it's not happening to you, but one day this will be you. One day you're going to say the wrong thing. You're going to do the wrong thing, and you're going to be targeted in this manner too. And even though we were actually able to purchase the prescription today and the groceries, all of this stress, all of this hassle, it's just more chaos, more anxiety. Not to mention for the last few days, they've woken us up by pounding on the ceiling. And at some point, targets of this aren't going to be able to buy and sell it all. You don't want a cashless society. Trust me. Trust the other targets who are telling you the same thing. I don't know what to say, except one more thing. The perpetrators seem to come from all groups. I know they're being paid. I know they're being paid to do this. They're being paid to screw with us. But a lot of the people who seem to have more power, who follow me around a lot and have more power, and they do have Russian accents or Russian or Ukrainian accents. Okay, I don't know. And it could be an act, because I know that our government has also done this to people, right? COINTELPRO. Remember COINTELPRO, remember MK Ultra. Right, our intelligence agency, and I say our government, but our intelligence agencies have done this in the past, and I want so badly to believe that they're the good guys now. I almost need to believe that. I just don't know. So it could be that the people doing this are faking the Russian accents, and it might not be the case. They might actually, I just don't know. And I know other targets have their ideas, and maybe some of them are right. Who knows?